Good morning here. I'm in New York, and good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everywhere. Okay. Well, before we start, again, the ground rule is let me talk first. Yeah, let me talk first. Then you raise questions. Yeah, I saw someone already are raising question. I won't be able to see it later because it will be buried on it for the future notes. And also, when you raise questions, uh, try to use that um question mode so that it's outstanding from my view. Okay. Still don't see anything yet? No pictures. That's right. Okay, good. I saw some. Yeah, you need to refresh your screen. Okay, refresh your screen, refresh your site. Okay. First, I want to congratulate. Yeah, congratulations for this. Uh, I can say it's amazing journey. It's amazing journey because each time when I practice Jing, I can recall how my master has trained me for those experience is quite special. It's quite special, and especially for uh, for us as as a person of society to try to commit every day for half an hour to 1 hour is huge commitment. I think for most of us, you made it, right? Not every single day, maybe, but most of the time. To do this is not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Some may put it off. Some may uh, do less, but most people are doing great. Yeah, I want to give you a big thumbs up. Thumbs up. Some I did it the second time. Yeah, some had it they did live once. So they all we have all various people, various participants, various students achieving at different levels. Yeah. Well, the course is finished. The course is finished, but the practice actually is just the beginning. Yeah. Like for me, I learned when I think my master taught me at my 9 or 10 years old, and now I'm 54. So it's uh, 40 years. I still learn something new. I still learn something new. If you attended my live teaching, you may find uh, every time when I introduce, I have some subtleties. That is the things that I meditate and cultivated and presented through my just intuitions of what I have uh, uh, gained from long years of practice. It's never ending. It's never ending. Qigong, we know, is a moving meditation. This moving meditation is very good that you put in your life. Yeah, put in your life. Or put it as part of your life. I teach many different other exercises. Jing is a very special one, and you can do it for the rest of your life. Yeah, I every now and then I'll put like 3 months alone, 5, 6 months alone, do Jing, especially for that. And if you started at the day, it could be a good bright day. Yeah, it'll be a bright day. If you do it at the end, you give good settings. So it's very good things to keep on going. Okay. Well, as I said, this is the beginning, right? So it's not an ending. It's the ending of the course, but the beginning of your journey. Yeah, your journey. So what we should do after we finish all learning for each one of them, that's what we're going to hold today. Yeah, hold today. First, give yourself a strong commitment. Yeah. Like we said, not every single day, but you try to arrange it every single day for about 40 minutes to an hour. Then you can keep on doing this for as long as you want to have it done in your life. Yeah, in your life. Practically, we have a download. For all previous 14 weeks, we have individuals for every single week. Week 1, week 2. Week 1 is breathing. Week 2 is changing tendons first. Yeah, front, then next week side, then up. Yeah, separating heaven, earth. All these are going week by week. Yeah, and every week, every day. Yeah, after the teaching day on Saturday, we have 15 minutes of the practice. That is what you learned on Saturday. And then we have 15 minutes of the Shi breathing. Yeah. Actually, I get great feedback about the practice and about Shi breathing. Yeah. Shi breathing, someone actually asked, should I do Shi breathing separately? Or can I do Shi breathing more than once? Yeah. Well, since we're mentioned here, the answer is yes. Yeah. Shi breathing is an independent practice. And you can do it together after the Jing that make the benefit much greater. Yeah. And you can do it alone. You can do it separate time of Jing. Yeah, Jing. You can do it in the morning, in the evening, at night, anytime. Yeah, anytime. Someone asked, can I do the series out of sequence? No. Yeah, if you do it, you do have the beginning, you do have the ending. Yeah, and the sequence don't reverse it. Don't reverse the sequence of the practice. Yeah, you can choose some of them. Yeah, some of them. Say, for example, we have 12 plus the opening and closing, grand opening, grand closing, right? To make the whole of the exercises. That's what you can do. And follow my videos. Yeah, follow my videos. The video are downloadable. It's not available now, but very soon, yeah, maybe in a few days or a couple of weeks, the same page of week 14, you see under the viewer, we're going to have download for the full of them. Yeah, one video for 9-4. Yeah, shaking, the full exercise, the Shi breathing. Yeah, that's the whole of the in one video, and you can download, keep it in your computer, and practice for as long as you know that, right? And also, considering someone may have a shorter time, we have, instead of 9, we have 5, which is shorter. Yeah, Then we have 3 repeats. They're all downloadable back to back to the full ones. Yeah, to the full ones. So you will see that when it's ready. You may notice yesterday, then there's some glitches that someone couldn't get on the side. Yeah, because we're upgrading all these things. Okay, all these things. So that's one of them. That's one of them. Then another thing, just now I was interrupted about the sequence, is you say, okay, can I just do 3 of them? Can I just do practice cycle 1, changing the tendons, then separating heaven and earth, then crouching tiger? Can I do that? Yeah. The answer is yes. When you're more familiar, yeah, don't do it to early stage. When you're more familiar with this, you can feel free to choose some of them and compose it as your new recipe of the practice for this 1 month or several weeks, or even just one single day. Yeah. To do this, two things. One, yeah, we mentioned the sequence. As a whole, don't break the sequence. As an individual one, the same. Yeah, if you choose 3 of them, number 1, number 5, number 9, one after another. You don't do number 8 or number 9 first, number 1 second, okay? Whichever comes first goes first, even if you choose less. Let me say it again. Whichever comes first, you go first. Even if you just do 3 of them or 4 or 5 of them, follow the sequence of what it was naturally there. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing, make sure you do the grand opening and grand closing. In other words, grand opening, grand closing at the 2 ends. In the middle, you have from 1 to 9. You can have from 1 to 3 or 8, 4, 5, any one of them put in the middle. Yeah. And the reason is that grand opening, grand closing can make the benefit much more complete. Yeah. If you forget to do grand closing, grand opening, don't feel panic, right? You still get benefit. But we want to get the best benefit with the same amount of effort you do. Yeah, so that's what we suggest. So that's one thing. Another thing is we have more download. Yeah, what I mentioned is the download of the videos. Yeah, we have more download on the, we're going to send you through the newsletter for you to download, which you already have some of them. Yeah, that download is going to send you a link, and then that link will have the Meridian lectures, the PDF. We did it before. You may have it already. Yeah. And then in that links, the whole complete videos, which is the same as on the website I mentioned just now. Then we're going to have EGG Online handout. Yeah, the handout is like every week we have newsletter to tell you what is happening. Right. So that is that handout, and then EGG Day introduction. EGG Teaching Day introduction. You know, at the beginning we have a talking points, which is the highlights of today, of this week, actually. So that is the text. Yeah, that is text. So these are the 4 material together as a download. Very soon we're going to offer for you to keep. Okay, for you to keep. So that's what we are going to offer for the future. Yeah. Someone asked, what are we going to do the live ones? We do. Yeah, we do. We don't have the date yet. The date is the date is to be announced. Yeah, it's to be announced. What I remember is next year in Denmark we may have. And this course will be done again in September. We don't have the exact date. Every time we have the exact date, we're going to have that announcement on the newsletter. So make sure you are kept on the newsletter, subscribing. Okay, someone may be on it, then it disappears. So just try to subscribe again. Okay, subscribe again. So I think that's the main points I want to cover for now. Yeah, Botkin, if you find anything I need to mention, yeah, you can remind me. Botkin is doing the Botkin, also Dan, yeah, he is in the great help for all. He has been my students for, God, I think more than 10 years, and he very experienced. So it's very helpful for these courses, for answering questions, for guiding everyone of us. And today he's also as administrator. Yeah. So, and he's teaching in New York too. So if you need individual teachings, you can contact him. So let me see some questions. Good. The Yi Jing of history of Yi Jing, who was your master? Okay. In the video, in the teaching, we mentioned that already. Yeah. So but I don't mind of talking about it again. Yi Jing. Jing means classic. Yeah. The first Jing, the last Jing is classic. Yi Jing means changing tendon and fascia. That is talking about the physical part, and also it's about the mental part. And you all know the Shaolin Temple, right? Not Shaolin Temple, the actress, the young actress. Because many times there's a Shaolin Temple, they say, wow, she practiced Qigong, martial art. No, Shaolin, Shaolin, Shaolin means young forest, temple. Yeah, and it's famous. It's famous for martial art monk, or it's a martial monk. You know Jet Li. Jet Li, when he was 14, that is in like late 1970s, he won a serious championship of martial arts competitions, and then a movie company invited him to have a movie made called Shaolin Temple. Shaolin Temple. It's a beautiful movie. It's an amazing movie. Yeah, you can go to Amazon to buy the DVD. I think, yeah, called Shaolin Temple, acted by Jet Li, starred by Jet Li. Well, that's the background place of Yi Jing. And but Yi Jing, but Shaolin Temple before many, yeah, in the history at first, the monk there are not very powerful martial art. Actually, they're very sickly. They're very weak. Get disease, sick, always ill. Yeah, until Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma, he was a monk from India. Then he went to China with the Zen Buddhism. Yeah, that's school, Zen Buddhism. Then he went there and he found that the monks was very weak. You know, there are different schools. Some schools say we don't care about what our body is. Yeah, they torture their body in order to get enlightenment spiritually. But Zen Buddhism, Bodhidharma, he has different opinion. He said, well, you know, for holding your spirit, for this body, you need to have your container beautiful, right? So train your body well. So he began to teach different exercises to make them stronger. Yeah, one school still keep on doing some practice, then getting strong, and then they're still doing more about enlightenment as the Zen Buddhism. Then another school, they develop more about the movements. That is martial Shaolin monk. Yeah, amazing demonstrations. You can Google Shaolin monk demonstrations on YouTube. You find a lot of amazing demonstrations, which I did before. Yeah, like when I was 20s, 30s. When you're young, you like to do the show, right? And so the basic practice, they say we have 72 special skills. Number one is Jing. Yeah. Changing tendon and fascia, so to make you connections. Actually, it's about connections of tendon, fascia, tissues, soft tissues, all this connecting well. Internal organs, yeah, internal organs. Internal organs, the fascia, we call it mo. Yeah. Actually, when you practice Qigong deep enough, you can consciously lead your energies into the more part. Yeah. The more is the one that connects the whole body, actually. Yeah. Whole body, both physically and energetically. We have brains, we have all the organs. When we're standing there like this, when we're standing upside down, why the heart is not drops into your mouth? It's because of the fascia, right? Are holding them. The fascia are like the cables of the suspending bridge to make sure everything is in position, but also they have the place to move up and down, right? Mm. But that's only for physical position. But also fascias, they are the strong network of all the messages that between parts and parts communicate with each other. If you have a building, a skyscraper, right? When you finish everything, that is, when you finish the building, that is only part of that. What is next? You have to have engineers, workers to make all the wires, cables, internet, everything connecting together. Then you can make this building really functional. That is what fascia is. So changing tendon and fascia, Jing is the one to make every part of you connected. Yeah. So that's what Jing are so important for all the other skills to build on it. It's like a base for a big building. Yeah. Itself is a very advanced practice, but also it is a base, a foundation for all the other exercises. We have a saying for martial art. For practicing martial art, if you don't practice Qigong, especially Jing, when you are reached to a certain level, it's very hard for you to advance more because the base is too weak. I do have some students, they are already very powerful martial artists. Yeah. But when they practice the Jing, then they find that their punching, their skills of moving are amazingly improved. Amazed by their opponents because they meet each other all the time. Then all of a sudden they feel, why it's so penetrative? Why it's so coordinated? Jing. Yeah, Jing. Spiritually, mentally, make you a lot more calm, much more peace. Yeah, more energies to make a goal to nourish your brain. So you're brighter. You're brighter. Yeah. As long as my master, and I met him when I was 8 years old, when I was sick. Well, he was a hermit at that time, working in a boiler room. Nobody knew he was a senior monk. Yeah. Then I met him. He began to teach me all kinds of exercises. Yeah. Then he moved back to the mountain after the Cultural Revolution, and I keep going with him. All the details, if you want to learn more, get my book, The Master Key. The first 90 pages is about my master, actually, how I met my master and my journey. Qigong. Yeah, so we don't want to waste too much time here talking the same thing. Okay. Is it okay to do Xi breathing twice a day, morning and afternoon? We mentioned this. That's good. Uh, when doing the shorter form of EEG, is it important to do each organ form the same number of times? If I choose to do 3 repetitions instead of 9, does that work for the kidney flow, for instance, where the first 3 are smaller in range than the rest? Let me try. This was the second time I did this course, and it has been even more powerful. Yeah, for sure, it is even more powerful. Let me see your question again. Doing the shorter form of eating, is it important to do each organ form the same number of times? What do you mean, same number of times? If I choose to do 3 repetitions instead of 9, how does that work for the kidney flow, for instance, where the first 3 are smaller? Number is not the main issue, is your awareness. Yeah. If we have a saying about words. For words talking, the purpose is to express, right, your meaning. Once you get the meaning, you don't worry about the words, right? The same, when you practice Qigong, you don't mind about forms, although we try to use the forms to reach. But once you can reach there, you already reach, don't bother about how the form is, how many times. Yeah. So first, of course, we arranged 9 times because it's averagely, numerologically, its structure is good enough for you to have a very good depth of that. The reason that make it 3 or 5 is my modern life. Yeah, my master, he didn't allow me to do less. He said every time to complete. Yeah, to complete. Only one exception. If you are traveling, then do less. Yeah, adjust your time, do less. That's fine. Yeah. So when you do less, bring more awareness in that. More awareness. Yeah. Each one is still doing the work. Yeah. If you want to have more benefit, do more, right? Yeah. Or bring more awareness. Bring more awareness. I don't encourage you to do 3 and 5 in a regular way. Okay. Again, don't encourage you to do 5 or 3 in a regular way. Yeah. But when you have the chances to 9 more, 5 or 3 is a way for you to compromise a little bit. Okay. And uh, uh, yeah, that's why I put it on the second. Yeah, we don't put any Qi breathing in the beginning. It's just for you to have more choices. Okay, more choices. Uh, the Qi breathing you noticed from this week 14 is uh, is an open one. Is an open one. We don't tell any specific organs. You just bring awareness to your own sense of well-being. If you want to say, I want to do the Qi breathing for my heart, then you bring to your heart. So this is an open Qi meditation video, yeah, for you. You mentioned in one of the early webinars that one should watch the eyes when doing Qi breathing. I experience a lot of eye movement when focusing on the organ during Qi breathing. Is that normal, or should focus on not letting the eyes move? Let it go. Just make it simple. Yeah, if your eyes are doing the eye movement, because when we close our eyes is part of our organ. We say Beijing, your eyes are moving slightly. Beijing, even if your directions is the other way. Okay, Hong Kong, New York. Yeah, this is very natural, which is normal. Which is normal. So that's just follow it naturally. When you say heart, then your eyes are looking down, right? Yeah. Hair, right? But don't do it deliberately. Wagging, can you explain how wagging the tail's movement actually connect liver meridian, and the mechanism by which anger is tuned into enthusiasm? Well, that's a bit tricky questions because the energy flow. Yeah. First, the liver meridian, um, the liver meridian, when it's stuck, you get angry easily. It's very hard for you to hold anger. So when you have the energy flow, then then it moves the opposite way. Enthusiasm. It's still fire. Liver is fire, right? A lot of fire in it. Yeah. But you can have the fire to burn. You have the fire to flame the good things. Yeah. So that's how that is guiding it. The good thing is to make it clear, to make it flow, allow the energy to work for it. Because our body is created by God originally in a perfect way. So when you can resume it to its original foundation structure, then you're in the perfect state. Yeah, goes to your will. All right. So when you do the wagging the tails. Remember, we mentioned to raise the heel, raise the heel, raise the heel. Go down. Right. Sorry, I have to move here. Right. So you do this. When you raise the heel, you're opening many food meridians: liver meridian, kidney meridian, and spleen meridian. All this meridian of the food can be opened. Yeah, can be opened, and it will allow the energy to go through the pumping of this. Yeah, to go to your meridians, especially liver meridian. Liver meridian. We stretch this. Yeah, it goes from inside of the legs. All right. Then when energy flows stronger, especially your mindfulness, thinking your liver is opening, your liver meridian is boosted. Especially after you do the sea breathing and reinforce this, then you get a much more attention and care for your liver and liver meridian. That's how it functions and works. How do you have to do sea breathing? Why do you ask this question? Is it difficult to do sea breathing, or do you don't have time? First, to answer your question, if you don't feel like to do sea breathing or you don't have time to do sea breathing, that is okay. But encourage to apply it in it. Okay. Uh, since you mentioned about sea breathing, let me talk a bit of some issues about it. One is if you are following my videos or audios, okay, we do right. That's for about 1 to 2 minutes. It can be very long feeling, right? Yeah, and you may feel a bit dizzy. That's normal. Yeah, you may feel your nose are dry. If that is a little bit dry, that's fine. If it's too dry that you feel hurt, you can do. Try to get something from your mouth as well to soften it, especially in the dry weather, cold and dry weather. It hurts if you do too much. Okay, make sure with the mouth have the air traveling that. Yeah, natural breathing, not abdominal breathing. All right, so that's one part. You adjust. Someone may feel too strong, then you don't do it too strong. You do 2 steps. Your own pace. Yeah, if you feel follow my pace is be too strong or too weak, you can make your own pace with this. Okay, that's first part. Second part, okay, again, near the end, hold your breath. All right, I leave that for 3 rounds, first about 40 seconds. I couldn't remember exact. Then 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. I make it longer and longer for that gap. Yeah. Then for someone, it's difficult for you to hold that long. What are you gonna do? Take it easy. If you can only hold for 20 minutes, then you feel it's a little bit begin to struggle at a very early stage. Don't struggle it. If you then you just relax and wait for next round to go. Well, when you relax, the one more thing is that be more watchable for yourself. Be aware of more. When you relax, watch how you feel on your liver. If you're doing liver ones, how you feel on your brain. Yeah, how you feel on your emotions, how you feel on your faces, noses. Yeah, bring one of the places into your observation. It can make it a lot of fun. Or I just feel like relax, easy. I feel like spaced out. They're all fine. Yeah. Then you do the next round. The same way you treat how long you can hold. Okay, you can hold. What would you recommend on days when you have not enough time to practice all? Four golden wheels, NPM, Qigong, or I Jing, which of them would be the most beneficial, or would it be best to alternate these Qigong practices? Yeah. To do this, if you, yeah, well, Stefan, I know that from your question, you have learned quite a lot of other exercises, all right? If you have more exercise in hand, do a little bit preparation work. Always say do a little bit work with uh, uh, with some plan. Yeah. First, put all the exercise you learned on a list. Then you choose one of them as your primary practice. Yeah, primary. Or the rest of them as the secondary or the secondary exercise. So we have primary, you have secondary, right? Primary and secondary. Then if we say in 1 week, sometimes you have to put in 1 month, or for me, I have 1 year plan. So normally you put 1 week, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay. I'm just making like this. All right. So what you do is for primary practice, you try to do it every single day. Right. Primary, you do it every single day. Then secondary, you can choose one of them. Yeah. Say now you list. Say for example, primary you put I Jing, right? So it's I Jing for all every day. Then the secondary you can put AM PM for 2 days. Yeah. Then you can put 4 golden wheels for 2 days, and then you can do any others. Yeah, or you have AM PM, NPM, 4 golden wheels. Okay, so it's list like this. All right. So primary, you try to do it every day. Then secondary, you can do it alternate. Yeah. If you have more practice, you put more. Yeah. So if you can choose a primary and secondary, Just now we just weekly cycle. You can do monthly cycle. So the more practice you learn, the more organized you make this, the more beneficial you will have, and you won't be overwhelmed by you learn too much. Okay, that's what my master has instructed me. I learned nearly 200 exercises, and uh, uh, and that's how I organized. So some of them, I make sure at least for some exercise, at least I touch it uh, for at least once a year, so that it's still in my memory. Okay. Thank you for giving us a modified version of full practice for 30 minutes. If we choose the shorter version of the full practice, the full 55 version, our efforts, effects, and results are empowering the organs equal, or are we getting less beneficial from doing it for shorter day practice? Yeah, I mentioned this. It's just like uh, uh, the, the length of time is one aspect. You judge, always say you tell how big benefit it is. Yeah. I can say if you do shorter time, but you're more committed every single day, it's much better than you do full time one day, then 15 days later you do less. Yeah. So this is not a, a absolute one aspect to decide. Yeah. It's all involved. You may want to do just as I mentioned, I don't encourage you to do 3 or 5 in a regular way. But I said, okay, I can do this, then I'd add some other practice. I do more Shi breathing, so it can be more various. Yeah, more various. 3, 5 is not encouraged again as the regular ones. Yeah, it's a compromise. Do you follow a particular diet that enhances Qi? Uh, my wife, she's a nutritionist. She is much more comprehensive in dealing with the nutritions and food. Uh, yeah, actually, I'm thinking maybe inviting her someday to do a lecture. Uh, but you mentioned about diet. I don't have a diet. Yeah, uh, no taboo, no taboo. I eat everything. My master, he didn't eat meat. He's a monk. Yeah, he was a monk, but I had no restrictions. I eat everything. Well, in the morning, I like to have some egg or soup or soup. Um, my wife and I we have 2 meals a day in a regular way. 2 meals a day in the morning. We have a very good, broth uh, and vegetables. Then if we're not social, we do like 4 or 5 o'clock. We have the dinner. Yeah, we have the dinner. We eat meat, vegetables. I like fish. I like a lot of vegetables, rice, and not eating too much sugar. Yeah, sugar, flour. Yeah, we try to avoid that. uh, but we still eat it. Okay. Next, when we practice the whole sequence, and then after the Shi breathing, if we want to focus on an organ in the meditation part, should we cycle through the organs day by day, or first day focus on lungs, second day uh, on large intestine? Good, that's a good question. Yeah, you can do day by day. Yeah, that's as we said, that you need some homework to arrange it, keep the record there, uh, which is great because I like you to have to put it to put a little more effort to make it more adapted to you. Yeah, nowadays online course is getting more and more, and also all this e-material is so much more, then we have loads of material, and they try to make it so easy for us, and that spoils us to be very lazy. We want to have everything arranged or planned or even fixed that you do. Yeah, which I agree half. The first half is that we do have more convenience to work. Like I try to make it 3 reps, 5 reps repetitions to instead of besides the 9 of them, because I find it's beneficial that you follow me. The videos that we have carries the energy, so I like to use that as also an energy leading for you. So we make it that. But still, you need to do some of your own homework. Like I said about, you can do weekly cycles, monthly cycles. First, primary practice. Second practice, we are more serious with this. Yeah, this is the same way. You can do it weekly. Yeah, especially for the next 9 months. You're still available to access uh, all every week. Yeah, you may notice on the table. Let me see whether you can share the screen. Um, yeah, this screen doesn't give you the chance. Anyway, so you can go on Jing website, right? Jing website. You may notice on Jing website we have, as soon as you log in, it's the 14th week, because 14th week is the last week, and also it's the final week. Everything is there, but also we have an outline. You click down the outline, then we have week 1 to week 14, right? So you click any one of them, that will lead you to that week. Yeah, that week. So if you put a little piece of paper or on your notes on this on a computer, you make a note every day. Then you can do every week, the same as we do. You can do another 100 days with this. That is to do weekly, right? You do weekly. Then you can do it every day. Yeah. So 14 days. 14 days you can cycle all the organs. So it's up to you. You choose and organize yourself. Okay. Or you can do in the morning, long, then afternoon, large intestine. If you do it twice, yeah. So it's or you can say I just do this whole month for liver, whatever. Okay, whatever. So that is uh, up to you to choose. We have all the material, yeah, all the material on the download of the PDF, which organs it is functioning and talking points. You get all the material to support, but don't be the book. Homework, okay? When practice movement of drawing the sword or twisting the spine, is there any significance to start practice on the right side or left side? No, it's not. It's not. This is not big deal. Yeah, you always need to start from one side. Some are more fussy. Yeah, I have to say fussy. Say, oh, we need to start on the left first for women, on the right first for men. Yeah, and the struggle on this will make the effect compromise. So don't worry about left and right. We start with right, then we're right. If you say, oh, I feel on the left to start, feel great, feel free. In the preparation, did you study for you for the turning the spine movement? Uh, Which way should your lower hands be facing? When turning the spine move, which way should your lower hands be facing? Turning, yeah, we do like this, right? You go like this, so your hands are here. Just resting on your sacrum, yeah, or a bit higher. Whichever way, just resting here. Okay. So this, yeah, there's no effort on here. Did you study martial art along Qigong? You mean me? Yes. I started with uh, martial art, and we call it hard Qigong. The hard Qigong uh, versus soft Qigong. Soft Qigong is more healing, yeah, more spiritually. Hard Qigong is more movement, make your body resilient, strong, and like then we do, break the chopsticks or spears against throat, smear the beer bottles on head. All these demonstrations you can see if you Google Shaolin monk demonstrations. Yeah. I have some shoulder problem. It's difficult for me to practice some of the movement. Do I practice any way that movements or only those that I can do without any problem? Do I practice any way that movement or only those that I can do without problem? Well, like I mentioned, Qigong is a moving meditation. Yeah. If your hands can only be here instead of here, still do some of them. Don't you try effort, but don't struggle. Yeah, so you do here, then you may find gradually your hands are more capable. Yeah, at first you do. So do a little bit effort of whatever you can for the movement and more mindful. If you real movement cannot reach that, your mind is reaching there. Like we say, the separating heaven and earth, right? You do this. Actually, your hands are only here, right? But you think your hands are reaching all the way to the top of this heaven, all the way down into the earth. The same for if you're disabled for some of the movement, you cannot reach here, yeah, but you think your hands are there, you are doing the work. All movement practice can be practiced in meditation way. I have quite a few people, they are on a wheelchair, the wheelchair, shaking, they're sitting there shaking. Say, for example, they're shaking, yeah, they do it like this, smile, the same, yeah. Separating heaven and earth. So do it according to your own physical situation. Left or right, is it okay to start the movement to the right as well as left, or do we have to start the specific side? Yeah, I mentioned this just now. When practicing outside, sometimes there is lots of dirt on the ground. Any modification to kidney and sanjiao exercise so we don't get dirt on the clothes and hands? The modification is that you can do it on the chair. Okay, you can do it on the chair. Of course, if you have a yoga mat, that's good. Uh, but also, yeah, I want to mention more about some people maybe more disabled, more stiff. It's too challenging for. Let me see. Like say, for example, for crouch for the uh, uh, the tiger, yeah, tiger, because you go like this, right? It's challenging for that. Then you can use the chair. Let me grab the chair. Okay, so for someone crouching tiger, so you can use the chair, the back of the chair or this chair. Okay, you can go, after you go like this, right? Put it here. Yeah, there you go. Inhale, inhale. Does it make sense? Yeah, or even higher. Okay. The key part is your buttocks is moving back and up. See here. It's like make a circle, like a cylinder. All right, so go back, raise up, push. Look at my buttock, okay? Look at my buttock. Go back, right? Inhale, exhale, rest. Right? Okay, it makes sense. Even your hands can be more flexible. Yeah, sometimes people like to do this here. It's still fine. Yeah. So you try to make this roll up in your spine, like if you haven't seen the tiger, look at the cat. When they go, the whole body arcing. Yeah. Then ready to go down. They give you a very good flow of the chi for the spine. Yeah. In Chinese medicine, the organs are associated with emotions. But what organ is associated with guilt and shame? What organs? I think guilt and shame goes a lot with the lung. Yeah, lung and large intestine. Yeah, large intestine. Well, just one thing. It's for the emotions because they merge a lot. Although we try to distinguish each organs, but also there's a lot of subtleties of emotions. They're merging together. Yeah, with some organs or meridians. Yeah, so don't try to make it counter back and say, "Oh, this is the only way." Yeah. So overall, I want to have all your organ flow. 1 + 1 is bigger than 2. It might be 100. Yeah. So when you have all these meridians flow well, then amazing things happens because you make yourself clean and open. Yeah. So don't be too practical. Just I have one of those to do, because if you're choosing this too specific ones, you're using only your manpower. You want to have the God power. The God power is to make your surrounding open, to make everything clean. Yeah, to zero. Yeah, we say return to zero. When your computer have problem, you put resume. Yeah, your phones, you put resume and or even back to how it is produced. So that's how you make your meridians work. Okay. I find self massage to be underrated. Only find one video of self massage. Do you have any more? And like some of the massage aspect of AM PM. What massage do you recommend before and after the main practice? Which is true. Yeah. self-massage is very, very helpful as well. But as we said, we cannot cover everything in one course. Yeah, we have so many things to do. If you like, I have a whole sequence of self-massage, which is about 12 or 15 minutes. Let me see. Bob, you can try to remind me to find videos and files. Maybe we can add it in the download, additional links for that. This is not a big deal, but for you to have a choice to do more, yeah, if you want to do the self-massage, yeah. It is very good, and you can alternate. Okay, you can alternate. Or you can just go AM, PM, and there we have some self-massage. That is only part of that. Okay. If we are having weak qi in one particular organ, shall we do full practice in AM and then do it one movement pattern later? Good. That is a very good solution. The same as we said, you want to make overflow. It's energy is finding the ways. One thing good that oh, maybe I put some effort there. Then the others is actually make the whole equals working well. So this is very good. You do the whole, then you do a specific ones. If time is limited, we choose one organ for 1 week, should we always make sure to come back to full practice the following week before focusing on another organ again? And not very necessary, because even if you focus on one organ, you notice that all exercise, they are taking care of the whole. But if you do have the time and you want to make a plan on a piece of paper or on your nose to arrange that, that is very encouraged. You do one, then you take care of the whole. The one to take care of the whole. Yeah. Remember, I always say, make sure you do the grand opening, do the grand closing, and also the nourishing qi. Now, all the time at the end, we do nourishing qi. Actually, nourishing qi itself is taking care of the whole. So we do have the whole care for each time yet. Yeah, but of course we say, I want to do a whole exercise that is even deeper care, okay? In the animation video of Jing week for kidney, the kidney is shown together with adrenal gland. Why the kidneys and adrenal glands together? How do the glands fit into the energy body? Yeah. Don't get stuck with the animation. It's just a suggestion of the flow. Because adrenal gland is it's around there. Yeah. So don't get stuck there. Okay. How does the spine fit in the energy body? In seasonal empowerment, there is a focus on the spine, but not in other exercises. Yeah, Alan, I like you a lot because I know that you practice a lot. So you raise all those questions about how to deepen and practice that, which is great. Yeah. Again, it's not, you cannot do things in one time. Yeah. So we do this one by one, but also we take care of all things. For the seasonal empowerment, which is great exercise, and that is one of the reasons I put it free. People who appreciate, people who know it is very valuable practice, although it is free of charge. But people who don't care, then they think that there's nothing. Yeah, that is the problem with someone. They don't have to pay for something. But I'm still very happy that I can offer it every other week for the whole year for this seasonal empowerment. The spine energy is big. It's big. It's like pillars of the building. Okay, Jing we have that. All the practices have that. But the spine is like the pillar of the building hanging on, crossing the building, like this room, right? All your organs are hooked there, right? So when your energy of the spine is strong, the organs are beneficial with the energy. Of course, it reverse back too. Like say for example, when your kidney chi is strong, so it's like a strong support for the spine. So the spine, lower back is not collapsing easily. So you don't suffer too much lower back pain. See, that's how organs, uh, uh, each organs are connected with some parts of the vertebra and the nerves there. So healthy organs, healthy spine, and all the reverse, healthy spine give you healthy organs, right? Then it goes all the way through here to the brains, and the spine goes to the brains, supply all the messages, energy, and blood and chi for your brain. So they're all holding as a structure. Okay? Holding as a structure. Is I Ching Jing considered Qigong? Yes, that's a very good question. Yes. Qigong is a more broad way. Yeah. Qigong is, in a broad sense, Tai Chi is 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 also part of Qigong. Yeah. Qigong is the energy practice with movement and meditation. Yeah. Tai Chi is very meditative. But because Tai Chi is very how sophisticated and 24 forms, 74 forms, Yang style, Wu style, so they independently alone to be a special school. Yeah, Tai Chi. You can include it as part of the Qigong, special school of Qigong. Yeah. And then we have medical Qigong, we have martial art Qigong, we have intelligent Qigong, we have spiritual Qigong, hard Qigong, soft Qigong, light Qigong, all this Qigong. I Ching Jing can be hard Qigong and light Qigong combining together. Yeah. My master, in my book, The Master Key, the book, I mentioned the story when he was, I forgot which year. I was still young. I was still in primary school. One day he went to another friends we together. There's a small boy, about 4 or 5 years old, and his shirt was there. My master was in a good mood. He said, "Can I borrow it?" Yeah. Well, of course. They put it on it and wiggle. Then he put a little shirt on him. You can see his body just formed, fitting the clothes. Even the bones, like just not this way. They're folding together so he can be smaller. This part smaller, the other parts, head, arms, still the same. Yeah. And later he said that is the I Ching Jing is helping him a lot. Then he can dislocate his joints. Like for him, sometimes just chooses. Like I cannot do that now. Yeah, he was 80 years old. I can only bend like this. He can bend reverse ways or like this. Yeah, very flexible. Does the human energy body generate energy, or is it going? It is only an antenna for external chi. Yeah, first, yeah, qigong practice always, or human beings, not only human, all beings are the connector of the big Lord, the big God's chi. You always say universal chi. Yeah. So when you're doing the healing, is now you do the healing. You're the transformer. But also the same, every part, they have the chi. It's like nucleus, right? Yeah, it's the chi itself. It's itself holding there. So what we practice is to make our big, or say small universe, meshing with the big universe, then you are resourceful. You're homed. If it's just your own, no matter how powerful it is, you're homeless. Yeah. So connecting with the universe give you the home of the chi. Do you still have a medical Qigong practice open to the public? How can I find a medical Qigong practitioner? I am in Austin, Texas. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not seeing any individual private sessions anymore. Dan, Dan, who is now answering questions and administrating now, he's doing the private healings, but he's in New York City, yeah. And on my website, you can, Bogdan, if you can find that link, send a link to everybody, please, yeah, for the directory. It's not a full list, but I put it someone who graduated from our medical Qigong, the healing Qigong, and they have their own practice. We listed there. It's not full, so you can see whether there's someone near there that you can find, okay? When doing Jing, it affects the practice. Does it affect the practice? If we keep our eyes closed or open, also if our eyes are open, should the gaze be focused or unfocused? Good question. You can open eyes or close eyes, you choose. Yeah. If you open eyes, sometimes like Russian tiger, you try to stare. Yeah. Sometimes just generally look about 10, 15 feet away in front of you, looking a bit indifferent. Yeah. Unless sometimes you need to focus, then you focus. Okay. Is this practice okay for young children aged 8 to 12? Of course. I started with that age. My daughter has some challenge still with bad wetting, and I believe that empowering the bladder may help. Are there any red flags teaching children specific movement pattern and important modification for children? That's fine. For children, they can do this, and the only thing is that if they're too young, it's very hard for them to focus. If that is not an issue, no problem. Would practicing this in advance of will practice this in advance of abdominal torso surgery in the months be helpful, as well as breathing? You mean to do that before the surgery? Sure. After the surgery, watch a little bit, be a little bit modified, okay? Okay, good. Yes. Bogdan, he put the links to. Bogdan, is this link to everybody? Yeah, try to give it to everybody, okay? Yeah, I cannot see from here. Next one, it was happened that during deep breathing, second round, I fell asleep. That was a great surprise to me, for it is a very active practice. What do you think of it? That is very normal. You feel spacey, you feel sleepy. If you do those, then into sleep, don't feel bad. Yeah, don't feel bad. And just coming back, and accept it, not bad things, because it reached very deep. Your consciousness are huge open, but how to say, subconsciousness is huge open, but your consciousness can be just wagging there. So even if it is asleep, first is very deep rest. Second, it is like hypnosis. Your energy is still working, which is great. Yeah, I like to do that too. Although sometimes, yeah, of course, sometimes I try to do the 3 round, finish 3 round. If you do the second round go, then yeah, you may feel like you skip the 3rd round. You're not doing 3rd round. That is okay. You're still working on it. Okay. How could you combine I Ching and master key exercise? I think we mentioned this. Try to do a plan. Use I Ching as the first, as the primary practice, then master key, you choose one of them as secondary, or all of them as secondary. Okay. Do you recommend sheep breathing after primary case of 4 golden wheels or through transcending meditation? Yes, yeah. As we said, sheep breathing can be done individually, independently, can go with the sheep breathing. Of course, it can go with 4 golden wheels exercise, through transcending meditation, any other exercise. Mm. If we practice first time, is it better to practice before and after eating breakfast? It doesn't matter before or after. It depends on how full and how hungry you are. Okay? If you're very hungry, extremely hungry, and eat something, and after you meal, like you have ordinary light meal, you maybe in 20 minutes or half an hour, you're okay. Practice. Don't do it when you're very full with the stomach. Yeah, if it's so full, the stomach wait for an hour or so. Like after you have the banquet, maybe you need 2 hours to make it. You can feel that. You feel just clumsy. You feel like so full. Then uh, wait it later. Okay, don't do it when you're drunk. Okay, you're drunk. Recover it. Okay. Um, should I face this instead of trying not to think about it? Panic or drawing still persist during sheep breathing. I find I must concentrate on something with my mind. Quickly upon holding out the breath or the pain it needs to breathe will take over. It can be easy enough, but still some trouble. Yeah, uh, you're right. It's good that you can, when it happens to a lot of people, especially first when you do the breathing, holding the breath after the exhale. It's very unusual. And you feel panic, you feel like drowning, but then most people they begin to enjoy it because that is a very special world. So for your case, uh, it looks like you're finding a little simple solutions that you try to focus on something. You can focus on floating, you can focus about plant or shape or something you like to eat, or on your organs. So whatever ways, if you still feel it's too strong, yeah, you do it less. Yeah, you hold it for 10 seconds, you return it. It's slowly building up. So try to adjust it, okay? Would you give us the Chinese pronunciation of your master's name? Would love to hear it. It's called, let me type on it first. Xiao Yao. Can you see the typing? Oh, sorry. Let me do it again. Xiao Yao. Xiao, X is pronounced as sh, sh, sh. It's between she and, how to say? Sh, sh. We don't have that pronunciation. She. Your feet are, teeth are biting the back teeth. She, sh, not sh. She, she, then I-A-O, like yao, ow. Okay, she, ow, yi, ow. That's easy, okay? Xiao, then Y-A-O, ow, also yao, xiao yao. Well, xiao yao is more American way or English ways. For Chinese, we have pronunciation, intonation. We say xiao yao. Every word we have 4 intonations. Xiao, 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 right? Yao, 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 yao. Xiao, yao. But when we say English, yeah, we don't pay attention, so we say xiao yao, like me, Peng Ji Hui. But when we introduce, people introduce me, in English, they say not say Peng Ji Hui, say Peng Ji Hui. Yeah, we try to modify the way for uh, for non-Chinese speaker. Okay, 逍遥. Uh, We're in New York to have classes. Sorry, actually, I'm not having classes. Actually, in April, we're going to have a workshop in New York City. In April, go to the website. I couldn't remember which state. In Open Center, that's in New York City. New York State, we do most workshops in Omega Institute in Rhinebeck. All my courses information are on my website, the calendar. So that is the place you refer to. When bringing your awareness on each organ meridian after each movement is the goal of eventually focus on the pathway of the meridian or just organ. I think we talked about this. The easy way, just look at the organs, yeah, and you can focus on organs on the second side of brains. You feel the flow of meridian. If you know the meridian, the beginning and the ending, all right. Then, meanwhile, as well as the whole holistic feelings of your body and mind. In sheep breathing meditation, you have had us focus on healing on the organs we are working on that week. If we do full practice now, how would you have us focus on sheep breathing meditation? The uh, the download are all together for Jing, then sheep breathing, and sheep breathing is open. I mentioned, yeah, it's open. So you don't. If you say I want to have this week focus on liver, so after you do sheep breathing, 4 of them, then sheep breathing focus on liver. Yeah, you don't have to only have that one, like with the number 12, right? Number 12 is for liver. You don't have to do a whole 12. Then sheep breathing, you do focus on liver. Or you want to do stomach. Whole 12, then sheep breathing, focus on stomach. Okay? Mm. Tucking the pelvis, like sitting on the tall stool. Is this pelvic position only used for the starting posture, or is it be used throughout the practice? Mainly on the starting posture, but when you practice, of course, you move a lot, then it's different. Yeah, it's different. It's also different when you are, like when you go up, when you are standing on the line. Yeah, you can do this. It's more practice way, and most they want to be more straight because this is looking quite settled. And sometimes you want you on the straight, you want to be moving easily, you want to be alert, then you stand different. Okay. When I do movement patterns that require my right arm above my head, I experience discomfort in the arm falling asleep, and it hurts a bit. Will this resolve over time with the practice? Is there one organ you feel could focus on to help this resolve and get stronger faster? Like we mentioned, yeah, do it more meditative ways. Try a bit effort. Don't force and struggle too hard, and allow it to improve. Do you recommend spending more time on the particular organs based on the seasons? You can, yeah. That is depending on you. Yeah, we have. I think in the Meridian handout, which is going to download, and we did before. We have seasonal cycles. We have daily cycles, and if you want to have a try, it's good fun. Yeah, and you can do it according to that. I also feel this when nourishing chi sometimes. Is that normal? Yes, very good. I do it a lot. Yeah, I nourish my chi. I go into sleep. When we're running the live workshop, we do nourishing chi, and then followed with breathing, and I can begin to hear the snore, which is great. As my abdominal muscles become better tuned, I have less motion in and out. Is this normal or am I doing something wrong? Also, how can Shi breathing, Shi and Fire breathing be incorporated in daily life? Okay, first question. As my abdominal muscles become better tuned, I have less motion in and out. Is this normal? Yeah, that's normal. Yeah. And also, how can Qi and Fire breathing be incorporated in daily life? When you're working, you do your work. When you eat, you eat. When you do Qi breathing, do Qi breathing. When you do Jing, you need to use Fire breathing, do Fire breathing. Don't mix them. Your body will be very confused. I've been doing the full practice, then group healing from the first week, and finally Qi breathing. With group healing, I focused on the issue I wanted to heal. When I did Qi breathing, the healing Qi was empowered and the healing was much enhanced. Would you encourage this pattern? Of course. Beautiful pattern. Keep going. Yeah. Can we practice reverse breathing along the day without movement, or for example, on bus? On bus is okay. When you are when you're not doing anything, that's fine. Yeah. But when you're doing something, focus on what you do. Uh, You said that EGG makes the body very flexible. If your body and tissues already is too flexible, would it do harm to the body? This is wrong understanding. Flexible but strenuous. Yeah, it's like steels. It's flexible but you're strong. You know, I forgot who mentioned this. They practice some exercise. They're so flexible, but they're collapsing. This is opposite. Do you think it is possible to have a workshop to review the I Ching in person? Um, yes, but we don't have the real date. Uh, but in my back of the mind, every now and then in the year time, we may have some uh, in-person ways. Yeah, physical place. Do you have any recommendation for someone that has Parkinson's disease? Uh, well, the simple way is nourish your qi more. Because when you practice, nourishing qi is more important. Because nourishing qi is to make you open. Nourishing qi, remember nourishing, I mean qi is in me after practice. Sit down, just actually rest, but with the mind that the qi is working inside, allow it to work more on you. Yeah. Give qi more chances to work. Qi is much better intelligent than us. I injured my groin muscle during Crouching Tiger form. Should I continue using modified? I stopped using and have been doing foregone wheels, waiting for the groin to heal. Is this a good plan, or should I do modified eating instead? Uh, it's yeah, it's up to you. Every now and then you test it. Yeah, test, try, do modifications, then do full. Um, you know better. Yeah, you know better. Try to uh, modify than do the serious ones. Um, in the fall, my dad, who was 77, was operated on the lung because of lung cancer. Cancer is clear now, and I was wondering if I would be okay for him to teach him the movement, changing the tendons from the summer when I visited him. Have a good try. Yeah, have a try. That is worth trying. Yeah. Uh, Try not to just do that one, the more nourishing qi. You can put your hands after the practice, rub your hands, allow the qi to move more vibrant. Rest. Rest. This is pressing. This is just rest. Thinking the qi is radiating down into his place, where the surgery is, and tell your mind the qi is recovering from it. Yeah, it's a simple way of healing. Yeah, if you haven't done any healing work, uh, and do not just the first front. Yeah, that's just the first. Do let me see, connecting universe. If you know connecting universe, that is the last exercise in my book, Connecting Universe. I have DVDs, CDs. Try to get him the DVD, and of course, if you learn that yourself, you can teach him. I always encourage my patients to do Connecting Universe, no matter what other exercise to do, whatever the cancer is. Connecting universe is make your energy connected with the universe to have universal energy serving and healing you. Sometimes when I practice, I feel the chi flowing on the right side of the brain and not on the left, almost as if there is a block. Can you say something about this? I cannot say anything, just keep doing that. Yeah. And you can bring your awareness to the other side as well, tap a little bit. In whatever ways that you can make you uh, the, the left side connected with you, rubbing, connecting, tapping, thinking about it. Yeah. Is it okay to do reverse abdominal when you're doing deep breathing? No. I will be seeing you at the Open Center April. Will that workshop be an evaluation or a drilling down into the nuances of the I Ching we just learned? Does it focus more on the upper part of the Dantian? You mean the workshop? The workshop is about the intuition is about the. I'm working with another master. Yeah, master. He's for innovation, for creativity. Yeah, of course we work a lot on upper dantian. A friend of mine had just had his gallbladder removed. Would I Ching be helpful for him, and would this affect his practice in any way? Well, it's always helpful. Yeah, even if you don't have illness, it's helpful to prevent from illness. If you have some uh, uh, disease or sickness or weak or sick, I Ching in the broad sense help for sure. Yeah. How long can you nourish your chi between each exercise? In the video, you only do it for a few seconds. Is it possible to do that for several minutes, or is it better to keep doing it fast? Between each exercises, we have very short way, yeah, a few seconds, like you mentioned. But also at the end, you do long. You can do it several minutes. You can do it 10, 20 minutes, or going to sleep within the hour. Okay. Let me see. We in the group healing. Uh, After the chi breathing is the nourishing chi. Would I Ching help elevate excessive scar tissue as a result of previous surgery? I think so. I will drive somewhere to get good internet now. Will all of this download be links to offer during the course be available still? Always, always, all these videos are on the website. When you get on the website, on top bar, you will see the announcement, which is the newsletter announcement for each Saturday. And then we have YouTube, we have videos, and webinars. Actually, I think this webinar download, when you click on it, it's all archived there, including today's. Yeah, today when we finish, Bodgan will do a bit editing, then maybe today or tomorrow is accessible, okay? Do you recommend contracting the perineum during the mild fire and strong fire every time? No. The perineum, uh, they come up itself when you do reverse abdominal breathing. You don't reverse. You don't focus there. That is the effect. That is not where you focus on. You don't try to focus there. You focus on tucking in. Then the perineum will recontract itself. Yeah, not reversal. Okay. All right. I think we covered all the question now. And I may, depending on the situation, I may run another webinar. So if we do have, then we're going to send newsletter too. I may run one for more general information or general knowledge, the histories of Qigong or I Ching, the stories for both terms, or maybe for all my circles of Qi. So pay attention to the newsletter regularly. We have newsletter every 2 weeks. That's for everybody in our circles, 100,000 people. And then we have one, if we want to serve particularly for our I Ching group, we have it, unlimited times, or you don't know when. So if you find that you fail to have newsletter, if you're already on newsletter subscribing, in 2 weeks, that means something wrong. Maybe you're blocked, or it's not because we did this. It's sometimes software glitches. So if that happens after 2 weeks or 1 month, you don't get any newsletter at all, that means you missed 2 newsletter. Be alert. Yeah. Try not to write to us to say, "Oh, can you help me?" Because it's easy for you. Just go to my website and subscribe again. Okay. Is it possible to have a copy of the group healing that we can keep and download? Dan, keep a note on this. Yeah, let me see. Okay, it may happen, but it may take a bit of time. Because any simple things we do, I need all my editors of the video. For them, it's a big work because they have to draw from the big storage and do the work. So I put this into consideration. Okay. How do we learn the Connecting Universe practice? Get the book and DVD of Master Key. Go to my website, the product, then they will lead you to Amazon or Sounds Through my publisher, and you can buy the book or DVD. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. And like before, say greetings to each other, and tell you from where you are, because we're from around the world. And thank you again for such a wonderful community. This energy is beautiful. And I hope to see you again soon. And take care, and have a wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful year. Thank you.